L.O.T.S Prove Me That Don't Shoot a Messenger podcast, episode number 49. That part. I see building. K-Pop Soul family. That part, K-Pop Soul family. Do me a favor, as soon as you guys come in the building, leave a comment in the comment section. Let me see who's inside the building right now. This is episode number 49. One episode before episode number 50, all right? So this is a countdown. All right, then. Do me a favor. As soon as you guys come in the building, leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know you're in the building. L.O.T.S Prove Me That Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 49. And this is the countdown to episode number 50. That part. That part. Shout out to Paul Bizzle in the building. My brother from a different mother. As always. It's always a pleasant to see you, brother, in attendance. That part. Que paso, muchacho? Que paso, muchacho? You know what it is. This is episode number 49. If y'all didn't know, okay? This is countdown to episode number 50. 50-50. Who would have thought? I know I wouldn't have thought, right? Once again, this is L.O.T.S Approved. I am the incomparable, the author, imitated, but cannot be duplicated. The one they took their style from, the one that keeps developing it and they keep taking it, the elected, I am the appointed, all right? Leaders of the streets. That part. This is powered by L.O.T.S Approved Media. And I want to welcome everybody to the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 49. This is very significant episode. Like I tell you guys, this is live, right? Everything is live. This is not pre-edited, okay? So therefore, there's a lot of things that takes place for me to create this for you guys. Once again, you wouldn't believe how hectic my day was, but I still showed up in attendance. That part. All right, we got a lot of things to speak about. A lot. A lot. Riverboat. All I gotta say is Riverboat. Infamous. 50 blood, sweat, and tears. Bizzle, that part. Blood, sweat, and tears. Let them know. Countdown to episode number 50. All right? I'm the incomparable, the author, imitated, cannot be duplicated. This is the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 49. That part. Everybody come in the building. Listen. You guys, this is countdown number 50, so this is special. All right? I want everybody in attendance for episode number 50. That part. Once again, we're gonna speak about this riverboat issue, right? This riverboat thing that went down. It was big. And black people, I'm proud of the black people that was in attendance. All right. I love the way we showed camaraderie. I love it when our people show camaraderie, especially in that regard, in that capacity. We're going to speak about the Tory Lanez. You guys know Tory Lanez got 10 years for the Meg The Stallion shooting. Shout out to Tory Lanez. All right, let's go. Let me look through this list right quick. Let me go through the list, y'all. All right, young Nudy, 8 members of the PDE were arrested, all right, on a RICO charges, on unemployment fraud. No violent charges cited, over 150 pages, a list of all frauds committed by the 8 members, all right? So they got a crew, Young Nudy. Young Nudy, you know Slaughter Gang. I don't know if you guys familiar with Slaughter Gang. That's 21 Savage, all right? And you know how they doing in Atlanta. Atlanta's crazy right now with the indictments and RICOs, et cetera, et cetera. There's this kid by the name of Young Nudy. I like his music. I listen to Young Nudy's music. Well, there was an 8-member indictment on his crew, which goes by the name of PDE. All right, so shout out to Young Nudy, and we'll speak about that. Let's see here. All right, Kcenait arrested. You guys know Kcenait. I don't know if you guys know about this. This young black, very successful kid. Very successful. Got the internet in a frenzy, especially Twitch. He goes by the name of Kcenait. I don't know if you guys have been seeing, but apparently this man, well, they're saying allegedly that he incited a riot. The man brought so many people came to see this man in New York to the point where it caused a riot. We'll speak about that also. Shout out to Kcenait. Travis Scott, Utopia, Billboard, 200, number 1. He sells 496,000 units the first week. Shout out to Travis Scott, Utopia. All right. And let's just go into it. Let's go into this riverboat Let's start with the riverboat. All right. Guys, I know you guys seen throughout this whole week, nobody should have missed this. If you are black and you missed this, I'm about to take your black card. I'm gonna take it. We take people's black cards here. All right. Now, there was a big fight that broke out. All right, a riverboat. It was a riverboat. It started by the river, by the docks of the river. All right. Let me go into the breakdown of this. All right. First of all, I want to clap up all the black people that were in attendance at the river brawl, all right, the riverboat brawl. And I need to bring this in the proper way because black people, we as black people, you guys made me proud to be black, all right? Now, I'm going to speak about the security guard that did the Bobby Shmurda and threw the hat in the air. We're going to speak about Bobby Shmurda, right? But I want to bring this in the right way. Hold up. Hold up. First of all, let's applaud all the black people that were in attendance during this fight, all right? Let's just... Facts. Now listen, they deserve a round of applause, right? Let's start from the beginning, all right? Apparently, there was a security guard at the river dock or boat dock, right? Now, the security guard, I don't know if these gentlemen were parked in the wrong spot. He just was there as a security guard enforcing whatever law he's there to enforce. Apparently, the white people, these white gentlemen, they were not so, how would you say, cooperative. They didn't want to cooperate, all right? Now, when I seen the black gentleman, the security guard, his body language, it kind of threw me off. Wait one moment here. Because though we caught a W, I was about to take somebody's black card, the security guard especially. Now, D Johnson, the building. Shout out to everybody in the building. You guys make sure you hit that like button as soon as you come in the building. Wipe your feet on the road. Shout out to Big D in the building. All right, Paul Bizzle in the building. Planet, God damn it, my brother, my partner in crime. All right. So now, security guard throws the hat in the air as Bobby Shmurda. But before we even get to that, for one, the security guard, his body language, the security guard was throwing me off. The security guard he appears to be above 6 feet. He was taller than the rest of those gentlemen, all right? Now, the security guard, he seemed a bit timid. When I first seen the security guard, he's speaking with the gentleman. The white gentlemen, they didn't appear to be the least bit intimidated by his authority. Not the least bit. Now, keep in mind, when you are a security guard, you have to have a certain type of authority to you. Now, guys, I'm going somewhere with this. Listen, we did a great job. Yes, clap it up for all attendants, people that were attendants that was whooping ass, that had chairs in their hand. Shout out to everybody, but that security guard with the Bobby Shmurda, I'm speaking about him, all right? Now, his body language, he didn't seem the least bit authoritative. How can you be a security guard? He was above 6 foot. He had a little weight to him. He was a little heavy set, all right? So if you're above 6 foot, you heavy set. You a black dude. Them white boys wasn't not the least bit intimidated by the security guard. I have a problem with that. How are you there to enforce it? How can you enforce something with that great size? You're so tall and you're so big, but you cannot play the role of authority figure because he seemed timid. Now, when I seen these white gentlemen swinging on the man and jumping out of nowhere and falcon punching, you seen white dudes like how they were swinging to the point where their feet was coming from under them. They wasn't even balanced. They kind of they looked at wild when it was beating them. But I'm just saying, as a black security guard, you should have been trained in some type of combat. You didn't seem like you was trained in no type of combat. To me, when he threw that hat in the air, it seemed like he was saying, basically, whatever happens, happens. That seemed like a desperation move when he threw that hat in the air. It looked like a desperation move to me because it seemed like he was giving a gesture like it's all up from here. Like as if he knew he was going to lose. My point is, for you to be black, for one, For you to be that size for 2, yo, shout to Rug in the building. You black, you that size, and you a security guard. You should have at least been able to knock out 1 or 2 of them. That security guard should have been able at least to knock out 1 or 2 of those white folks. All right? Now, from there, we was looking bad, y'all. We as black people, we was looking bad from that point there. But I'm going to give it to you now. Now, we redeemed ourselves eventually towards the end. We redeemed ourselves. But we was looking bad in the beginning. I don't know how you guys are looking at it, but in the beginning, we was looking very bad. And I'm going to say this. For him to be that tall in stature, he should have been able to at least handle 1 or 2 of them, knock out 1 or 2 of them. He ain't knock out not 1 of them. Look how big he was. That was unbelievable. That was unbelievable. All right. Now, I want to shout out to everybody in attendance. When I first seen it, I only seen one angle at first when I seen the riverboat fight. All right. I seen one angle. So I was disappointed in us. At first, when I seen it, I'm looking at them white boys like them white boys got it. They got one up on us. That's what I was looking at. I was looking like the white folks got one up on us. But then I see more footage started to reveal itself. I started to see more and more footage. Then my pride started coming back. My pride started coming back. We started redeeming ourselves. And what I seen from there, I just want to clap it up. Yo, listen, we got to clap it up one more time. Got to clap it up one more time. We redeemed ourselves, man. We redeemed ourselves. Especially, I want to speak about the women. The women surprised me. How the women came in defense of their men. Now, you got to give it to the white women too. You got to give it to the white women too. But our black women, I love the way they came in so appropriately. This was very appropriate. The way this whole thing went down, it was very appropriate, very honorable, right? Black women jumping as the white women are interjecting, as the white women are coming in, the black women are coming in, rightfully so. I did see one. All right, the man with the chair that hit the white woman over the head. That was serious, right? Now, I'm not saying I agreed with that 100%, hitting the white woman over the head. But sometimes you got to turn a blind eye. Sometimes you got to turn a blind eye. Casualties of war. But I'm not going to say I agree with that too much. You guys make sure you guys hit that like button as soon as you come inside the building. We call that wiping your feet on the rug. Same way you do at your grandparents' house, at your grandmama's house. Do that here. Don't be a ninja watcher. It's a person that be creeping and watching. Don't be no pocket watcher. That's just a hater. And you definitely don't want to be a peeping Tom. Y'all know what they do to peeping Toms, right? That part. So back to the riverboat fight. There's so much that took place. Like I said, more and more was revealing itself. So now, you see the women jumping in appropriately. You even seen a brother went as far as to swim. Listen, man, I don't think nobody's going to be able to upstage this for a minute, all right? For the next couple of years, I want to see who's going to be able to upstage this because we've seen it all. We've seen it all. We've seen a man go as far as to breaststroke across the water to get his opponent. Black people made me so proud. Y'all made me so proud. Black people made me so proud. Facts, though. The black women. You know what I mean? The man with the chair. Now, this chair challenge is gone. The chair challenge is gone. I'm seeing all the great chair challenges, and I'm loving it. I'm loving all the chair challenges. I love the way I seen one cat was in the gym. Planet told me somebody beat me to it. They had this one cat that was in the gym with it. He's running on the treadmill with the chair. He's beating the chair on the Everlast bag, like the punching bag, like he's training with the chair. So now the man with the chair, he needs to get interviewed. I don't know who's going to be the first to interview the man with the chair, but we need to interview him. We need more of him. I want to know what he was thinking when he was hot. He used that. Does he use chairs like that often? Does he often use chairs like that? Is that his normal course of action when he's engaging into a battle, engaging into a fight? Does he just pick up a chair? Is that his thing? Because this took over the country. It's the chair challenge now. And keep in mind, all jokes aside, I seen somebody else. There's another gentleman in Detroit beating somebody down with the chair. So I don't know if this is trending or this is just coincidental. It just might be coincidence. But it's happened again, all right? There was another gentleman that hit a white man over the head with a chair. Now, you guys keep in mind, I'm not with the white on black violence and stuff like that. I'm not really into the racial thing, right? But at the end of the day, we do have to protect our people. We do got to protect ourselves. The same way they're going to protect their culture. I think what we did was quite natural. I think any race would have protected their race in that type, under those circumstances. All right? But nonetheless, I hope this doesn't become a race thing per se, even though it's kind of hard to go around it, right? It was totally black against white. So it was race in every bit, shape, or form. Now, I've heard that the people involved were arrested. Okay, I heard that some of them folks was arrested. I want to see how this plays out in the courtroom, right? I'm curious to see how this plays out. I'm not sure if everybody involved deserves to be prosecuted, but the gentleman that actually jumped the security guard, those 5 white gentlemen that jumped the security guard, those are the only ones that I could see that could be held accountable in that. After that, it was like everybody, everybody was throwing punches and doing their thing, right? But the injustice actually was with the security guard. So to all the black folk that was there, I want to congratulate y'all. We redeemed ourselves as a people, right? But to that security guard, you need to go take some combat training, something. You got to do something. There's no way, homeboy, that you that size, that big, that tall, and you ain't not one nigga out. You ain't put nothing in the headlock, nothing. That was sad. That was sad. But nonetheless, man, shout out to everybody involved, all right? Once again, this is L.O.T.S Approved, Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 49. This is countdown to episode number 50. You guys do me a favor. As soon as you come in the building, hit the like button. Don't be a ninja watcher as a person that be creeping and watching. Hit that like button. We call that wiping your feet on the rug. Same way you do at your grandparents' house. Wipe your feet on the rug over here in this arena, all right, on this platform. All right, make sure you guys are turning your notification bells on. Like I said, hit the likes. I want to see them likes go up. It's nothing but a like. It's not going to hurt you. Hit that like button. And like I said, make sure you guys are smashing your subscription buttons on the YouTube channel too. We're streaming from YouTube right now. We're streaming from Facebook right now. We're streaming from Twitter right now. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to D Johnson in the building. United we stand. That part, champ. Definitely. We as black people, we stood united there. Shout out to Ben Burning Planet. God damn it, my partner in crime. Shout out to Tasha in the building. It looked like he slipped during the process. I have the whole video posted, that part. I know that video. Oh, there's so many different angles. Shout out to Ruger Bang in the building. I love that everybody's in the building, man. Shout out to Ruger Bang. What else? Paul Bizzle, once again, big up to Paul Bizzle. Shout out to Pierre Laminier, all right? Peter Bully. Shout out to my woe, Peter Bully, that part. All right, now, yeah, Tosh, let's get to it. Shout out to Tosh once again. Listen, Tory Lanez. If you guys don't know, it looks like it's not over. The saga's not over. But for the most part, Tory Lanez was sentenced. Tory Lanez was sentenced to 10 years in prison. All right. A lot of people feel like that's a harsh sentence. Tory did plead with the judge at one point, which it didn't actually help his case, or maybe it did. I'm not sure. But when you're looking at 10 years, to me, it doesn't look like it helped his case at all. Now, a lot of people chimed in on Tory Lanez's behalf, trying to get the judge to show some remorse for Tory, right? Some high-profile people. One woman that goes by the name of Iggy Azalea, Iggy Azalea, the Australian female rapper, all right, in which she said that it was harsh. Yes, he deserves to be held accountable, but does he deserve 10 years? No. All right, so she did come to his defense, and a bunch of other people came to Tory's defense. Even Tory's hair doctor came to the defense. That was strange. Tory said he got people to put hair patches back in their hair, so he's a role model to the receding hairline. Yes, Tory had all type of people speaking on his behalf, right? Nonetheless, it resulted in 10 years prison sentence. Now, Tory has been given some time served, 270 some odd days, I'm not sure. But Tory did receive time served. That's a good thing. Now, there's a question as to 50 or 85%. You guys, if you don't know, you're required in the state of Florida to do 85% of your time. Okay, so it's not going to be a 50%. It's going to be an 85%, definitely. Go ahead and you could probably remove a year from that. And you think about it, if you think about an 85% sentence on a 10-year, that looks like to be 8.5 years, right? 8.5 years, take away another year. So it looks like he's going to do a little bit over 7 years. Now, Tory said some things to the judge. I wanna pull this up, man. You know what I mean? And it's sad because I know Tory is gonna be facing some type of deportation alongside that once he's released. So not just his sentence that Tory's facing, Tory's also facing deportation. All right. Let me see if I could pull up Tory speech that he gave the judge. Here. Bada bing, bada bang. Oh yeah, also, Meg The Stallion had no remorse for Tory at all. Meg The Stallion had zero remorse. She said Tory didn't show no remorse, so he doesn't deserve no remorse. All right. Hold on. Hold on. All right, so Tory's lawyer, all right, he said how Tory plans to navigate fatherhood. So remember, Tory is a father too. All right. I'm looking for it. I don't know if I can find it right now. Let me see. Bada bing, bada bing. Okay, so now Tory has spoke. Sorry about that. Now Tory has spoke at one point in which I don't know if he kind of like sometimes you got to watch your words, right? Because he spoke to the judge and he was trying to get some remorse from the judge, and to the point where he sounded like he alluded to even admitting some type of admittance that he admitted that he actually did the crime, right? Now Tory had to double back, in which Tory said, quoted now, "In no way, shape, or form was I apologizing for the charges I'm being wrongfully convicted of. I refuse to apologize for something I did not do." All right. So with that being said, Tory's still saying that he's not guilty. And I know that definitely he should have never said anything that was even, because I know there's the thing called an appeal. All right. So Tory still is going to try to appeal this case, in which you don't want no evidence. You don't want to give the prosecutors no type of ammo, especially something that could be used as admittance. All right. And that's Tory kind of treads the line with that at times. I seen when he was speaking to the girls from behind bars, he said something which prior to, at first, when I seen the Meg The Stallion Tory thing, I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna be real with you. I gotta be real. All right. I was more on Tory's side. But as more things started revealing itself, I started seeing more and more information. The one thing that was that sealed it, that was the nail in the coffin, was hearing Tory speaking from behind the cell. He's on the phone call, and he said a lot of things that it sounded close to admittance, right? And you got to keep in mind, when you're facing something, a charge so big, you got to be careful not to show so much remorse to the point it seems like you actually did it, right? If you get what I'm saying. Because you might be emotionally attached to this person to the point where you feel like you have to take responsibility. You know, sometimes we try to take responsibility for things that we actually didn't do. Sometimes we take more responsibility than we actually did, right? But we do that out of courtesy for the other person, out of courtesy for their feelings. So it could have been like that. But in the court of law, that's what prosecutors are going to use to say that you admitted towards it, right? They're going to say you admitted it. So I'm not going to stay too long on this, but once again, Tory Lanez was convicted and sentenced to 10 years in prison. He has to serve 85%, all right? And he got some time served. So Tory may be home in 7, but once again, he's facing deportation. All right. Shout out to Tory Lanez. You know what I mean? I think at this point it's God's will. I have no control over this. It's for Most High to show you mercy at this point, brother. All right. And you guys, if you don't know, this is a clout chasing move. He's a victim of clout chasing. What Tory actually tried to do was he tried to do a 3-in-1, right? He tried to do the triple double. Tory tried to hit a triple double. Tory already hit Meg The Stallion's friend. Then he hit Meg. Then he was triple doubling. He was going for Kylie Jenner. All right. It was a triple double that he was trying to accomplish there. And he was this close to accomplishing it. But his ego got involved. And what could have been a great story ended up being tragedy. What could have been a great bar story with your dogs. You know, we share stories about, yo, wooty woo, I hit her friend and wooty woo. You know, we do that as men. Those are stories that we have, ladies. That could have been a great story for Tory, but unfortunately, that story ended in tragedy. So every time Tory speaks about his highlights with the women, he has to add that to it. So it tainted his whole experience. It tainted his story. All right, but nonetheless, shout out to Tory Lanez. And also shout out to Meg The Stallion. All right, shout out to Meg too. All right, moving on. Let's move on from that, man. Bada bing, bada bang. You guys, L.O.T.S approved media, Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast. I need you guys to make sure you hit that like button when you're in the building. All right, hit that like button. Wipe your feet on the rug. Do me that favor. Do me that favor. All right. Kcenait. All right, you guys don't know there's a kid that goes by the name of Kcenait. Kcenait is a big Twitcher. All right, he's big on Twitch. He's similar, not like necessarily academics, all right, but he is a personality. Now, this kid gets a lot of money. He's one of the top broadcasters in the game. This kid always causes a frenzy. All right. Once again, there's a lot of things I see that he's becoming subject to. When you reach a certain level of celebrity, you're subject to certain treatment and subject to being targeted. And sometimes when I look at Kcenait, it seems to me like he's being targeted. You know what I mean? But in this case, this is not a case of being targeted, but I want to see how the judicial system handles this, because this is a young black man. He's harmless. Kcenait seems like he's just there just to have fun. All right. Now, Kcenait, there was an event that took place in New York. At this event, and I guess he caused a riot. Inadvertently, he caused the riot. I don't know what triggered the riot. I don't know him for starting riots. I never seen him behave or try to incite a riot, right? But these kids, they got a dance called Getting Sturdy. I don't know if you guys see the drill music in Brooklyn. They got a thing called Getting Sturdy, and they do this sturdy dance. It's a nice little dance that they do, right? Now, with that being said, these kids was getting sturdy on people's hoods of their cars. So imagine a whole bunch of kids taking over the streets. Complete chaos. Complete chaos. Kids are dancing on top of the hood of your car unbeknownst to you. You come out of your car, the hood of your car, the roof, not the hood, sorry. Excuse me, the roof of your car caving in. Facts though. So the roof of the car caving in. So now basically he got charged with inciting a riot. Like I said, this is a very successful young man in which he came on to, he explained himself. He's very articulate. This is one of these brothers that we got to protect. We got to protect our brothers, all right? Definitely, because he's a good kid. And you see the things that this kid is able to accomplish. We see our people are rising to a certain celebrity. We have to make sure that we careful to protect our people too. And I believe that Kcenait's a good kid. We need to protect them also. Hopefully the judge shows some type of remorse. Obviously, this was not premeditated at all. All right. It's just kids that went too far. It's just some kids that went too far. Chaos over New York. Kids dancing everywhere, taking over the streets. Riot. Now, on the back end of this, the great thing was Kcenait was actually giving out some gifts. He had actually gifts to give out to the people. So it wasn't just based off, it just wasn't a party in the streets, all right? He had an objective. It was a give back also involved with that. Some type of charity was involved in that. And hopefully the judge takes that into consideration with this young YouTuber. All right. And like I said, shout out to Kcenait. Now, Ty, I see you there. Tasha Kane. You guys, Tasha always giving me new information. So sometimes I gotta look at the comment section and read what Tasha's putting there. All right. All right, the guy caught on video smashing people over the head with a floating chair in that riverfront brawl in Montgomery, Alabama has just been arrested. Thank you, Tosh. Breaking news. Hold up, man. Wait 1 second, brother. Hold on. Breaking news. L.O.T.S approved breaking news. Yeah, Riverfront. It doesn't end. The saga continues with the Riverfront brawl. All right, shout out to Tosh with the breaking news. Let's get to it. That part. All right. The guy caught on video smashing people over the head with a folding chair in that Riverfront brawl in Montgomery, Alabama has just been arrested. The Montgomery Police Department announced Friday that Reggie Ray turned himself in and has been charged with disorderly conduct and is being held in municipal jail, per TMZ. All right, so that's come from TMZ. Breaking news, you heard it here on L.O.T.S approved media, all right? That part. Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 49. Countdown to episode number 50. You know what it is, all right? Now, so contrary to what I told you guys earlier, right? We thought that it was only the white folks that got arrested. Apparently, they arrested one of the main guys, all right, one of the main freedom fighters, all right, because he was fighting for us, all right. The infamous guy with the chair, man. Wow. Now I want to see what we're gonna do as a community. Are we gonna help them get lawyers? The same, like, you gotta remember how them folk do now. The white folk, they go get each other lawyers and all that. They bond each other out and all. You know what I mean? This is actually a good cause. This is not it ain't like this that has nothing to do with the streets. Right? This is actually a good cause. We should be standing up. I'm curious to see how we act. All right? For once, I want to see how we act, man. But shout out to that brother. And what's the brother name? What did she said? The guy. Oh, Reggie Ray. Reggie Ray turned himself in and he's being charged with disorderly conduct and is being held. Disorderly conduct is not that bad. Disorderly conduct, that's not that bad, man. But shout out to that brother, man. And whoever's there, please race to that man's aid. You know what I mean? GoFundMe's and all that. Let's get those GoFundMe's going, especially for those brothers and those sisters, those gentlemen. You know what I mean? Good-hearted, honorable people. I deem them to be. And they are L.O.T.S. You guys, all those guys that participated at the River Brawl, except for the security guard, are L.O.T.S. approved, stamped. All right? They've been stamped by L.O.T.S. approved. That part. Now, moving on. Thank you for that. Thank you for that breaking news, Sash. That part. Yada, 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 yada. Now, all right. Moving on to the Migos. Listen, man, you guys know how the Migos is. That's one of my favorite groups. And we've been watching the Migos go up and down. We watched them go up and down. We see Migos together. We see Migos break apart. All right? We see Migos do music together. We see Migos beefing. All right? We see one Migo passed away. Rest in peace to Takeoff. Rest in peace, Takeoff. All right? Now, the saga continues with the Migos. This one particularly is about Offset. All right? Now, it seems like you guys know Offset was at war. There's a reason why. Hold up. There's a reason why Offset hasn't been dropping music as of lately. He's going on a back and forth with QC, the label. All right. Now, with that being said, he's basically they want some proceeds out of that album. I don't know the logistics, but they feel like they have ownership of that solo album coming from Offset. That's very anticipated. Ever since the breakup of Migos, we've been waiting on that Offset project, okay? All right, that's the Migo that came after he was locked up. He wasn't there in the beginning. So we always watched his trajectory. We always looked at Offset like he's just gonna be bigger than life, right? You know what I mean? He has that Michael Jackson type of vibe to him. Pause. I'm just saying the man looks like he's a superstar. All right. Now, with that being said, he's at odds with his label. You know, he's separated his ways with QC. Now, as of recently, it looks like Offset has finally made amends with QC and P, and he's dropped his lawsuit against the label. All right, so hold up now. Wait 1 second. We got to applause that. Shout out to them, dog. Shout out to QC. Shout out to Migos. Shout out to Quavo. I see Quavo drop a new project too. Shout out to Offset. Hopefully Offset drop that new project. Hopefully Offset and Quavo do a project together. All right, we need to see that. Because even when they was alive, I know Offset and Takeoff were, that's uncle and nephew. I know they comrades, right? The chemistry with them. But did we ever think about hearing an Offset and Quavo project, or Offset and Takeoff project? We always think about Offset by himself. Well, now I think we're going to get that opportunity. I think we're going to be able to see an Offset and Quavo project. All right, I'm rooting for that. I'm definitely rooting for that. Shout out to QC. You guys are able to make amends, and I like that because at the end of the day, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. That whole QC beef with Offset, it tainted the Migos. The Offset beef with Quavo, it tainted the Migos. It was tainted. I'm not gonna lie to you. They reached a pinnacle. They reached their peak, right? They plateaued at one point. At one point, the Migos plateaued because of those turmoils, those inner turmoils that was going on, right? Because it definitely hindered the creative process of Migos and the trajectory of where they were headed. Because the Migos, they are compared to the Beatles, okay? Unfortunately, we lost Rest in Peace Takeoff. You know what I mean? Same way John Lennon, right? What a coincidence. We lost Takeoff. Now we're going to get a chance to see Offset and Quavo. All right, so Offset has made amends with QC, the label. So hopefully we can salvage the legacy of the Migos at this point. The Migos is looking good. And rest in peace to Takeoff, man. This is all Takeoff's doing. I believe since the passing of Takeoff, that's what caused them to make amends. I'm just saying it's a shot in the dark, but I believe that. I believe the passing of Takeoff actually made niggas more tighter in the sense of loyalty, in the sense of friendship and respect. I believe that's what happened, right? So shout out to Offset and shout out to and this is shout out to Cardi B, because if you're gonna shout out to Offset, you gotta shout out to Cardi B too. That point, we ain't speaking about Cardi. All right. L.O.T.S approved media Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast episode. Listen, this is episode number 49. All right. We on our way to episode number 50, if you guys don't know. And they didn't think that we was gonna be here. Keep in mind, all right. Now, the original time is 7 o'clock. Like I said, you guys, this is live, so I go through a lot of different things. There's reasons why sometimes I don't be on at the time I'm supposed to be on. This is not, like I told you guys, this is not pre-recorded. This is not post-edited, okay? What you're getting is what you're getting live. That part. All right. Bada bing, bada bang. ESPN. I don't want to speak about that ESPN. All right. Let's speak about this Young Nudy. All right, you guys. Young Nudy is Slaughter Gang, and he has his own crew called PDE. Now, Young Nudy is a Atlanta hip hop artist. Now, we've been hearing about this Atlanta indictments and RICO acts being spread everywhere. Now, since they took down YSL, and we see YFN in their crew, and there was speculation about another crew. There was supposed to be some other crews taken down in Atlanta. All right, shout out to all the gentlemen involved. Free all them guys that's involved in that, right? Now, it seems like the other crew that they were speaking of, like, remember, they kept speaking about another crew. Now, I don't know if this is the crew, but you have a crew called PDE, all right? PDE is Young Nudy's crew. Though Young Nudy is Slaughter Gang, he has his own crew called PDE. Now, apparently 8 members of PDE were arrested on a RICO charge. All right, for identity theft, unemployment fraud. Okay, they say they have over 150 pages of information. Like it seems like the Atlanta streets are getting scarce. Scarce. Now keep in mind, remember last podcast they spoke about how since YSL's been locked up and YFN's been locked up, 35% of the Atlanta crime rate has dropped. That's what they were speaking about. Now you want to add this to the list. I'm thinking Atlanta right now, Atlanta, you guys have to be walking on thin ice at this point, right? Walking on eggshells. I think it's safe to say it's serious. Now, like I said, I pray for all them brothers. We don't see nobody locked up. You know what I mean? I definitely won't see nobody locked up, but it's serious right now in Atlanta. And there's a lot of other names. I'm not even gonna name the other names because they spoke about other crews, right? And it's obvious, right? We ain't they out of the crews. I feel like saying the other names so bad, but it's just the street in me. The street nigga in me doesn't want to do this, right? I don't want to exploit certain things and help people's investigations and stuff like that. But nonetheless, there's some other crews in Atlanta that they're looking at also. Okay. Okay, Tosh, I'm gonna check that out also. Yeah, the Atlanta streets are scarce right now. Indictments everywhere, RICO charges everywhere. Like I said, 8 gentlemen out of the PDE members are arrested on RICO charges for fraud, unemployment fraud. All right. Young Nudy, nonetheless, it seems like he wasn't a part of that arrest, that indictment. Young Nudy's not a part of that. So shout out to Young Nudy. You know what I mean? Hopefully he doesn't get taken in, right? I don't know how deep this case is. I don't know who's involved with what, right? But like I said, this is Don't Shoot the Messenger. Grrr. Don't shoot me. I'm just here to bring you the message, all right? Now, moving on. Shout out to Young Nudy and shout out to PDE also. Shout out to Slaughter Gang, 21 Savage and them. That part. Glee. All right, Tosh, I see you put up something there, Tosh. I see what you put. I'm going to check it out right now. Bada bing, bada bang. All right, on August 11, 1973, Herc birthed the influential genre that the world has come to know as hip-hop. From a basement party in the Bronx, New York, a culture-shifting movement was created with a set of turntables and a mic today. We officially celebrate 50 years of the genre that has now gone on and continues to shape and impact the world. Happy 50th anniversary, hip-hop. So today's supposed to be hip-hop's 50th anniversary? Are you serious? I need to see some more. I need to see some information on that. I need to see some information on that, man. I want to see some information on that. Where did you get that from? Well, nonetheless, shout out to hip hop. You guys know we hip hop babies. Shout out to you too, Tasha. We hip hop babies. And if this is hip hop's birthday, you know what I'm saying? We got to celebrate it the right way. Hip hop 50th anniversary. Now, Kool Herc birthed the influential genre. Shout out to Kool Herc. You guys know Kool Herc is Jamaican. They say hip hop is the cousin to Jamaican, to reggae culture. All right. If you guys don't know, all right, Kool Herc is Jamaican. That part. Shout out to hip hop. Now, this song I want to speak about. Wait 1 second. This Deion Sanders, man. I want to speak about Deion Sanders right quick. Ooh, Deion Sanders. All right, so listen. It seems like Deion Sanders, I forgot what interview he was having, but Deion Sanders is basically I just want to say Deion Sanders is a very flamboyant type of person, man. That personality is a one in a million, brother. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pull this up, man, but Deion Sanders was saying some things close. He was saying some things similar to Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? If you made Hove, make another Hove. You know what I mean? Deion Sanders, I just appreciate Deion Sanders' his confidence, man. That's a very confident brother, man. It was something that was going on at Colorado State. Whoosh. Wish I could pull this up right now, brother. Wish I could pull that up right now. All right. 6ix9ine arrested. 6ix9ine arrested for not appearing in court. All right. I'll get to that Deion Sanders. I don't know how I'm gonna pull that up, but there's some information on Deion Sanders. I want to let you guys hear the actual speech that Deion gave. I think it would have been very inspirational for you guys. But nonetheless, 6ix9ine, you guys, 6ix9ine was arrested for not appearing in court. Now I'm wondering why 6ix9ine was arrested for not appearing in court. Was he supposed to snitch on somebody and he didn't show up? I'm wondering why was 6ix9ine arrested to be in court? Isn't 6ix9ine an informant? Why was he arrested? Now, I'm wondering what happens with that case with the LA Fitness beat down. I wonder what's going on with those brothers. Is 6ix9ine going to show up in court? There's something strange about what's going on with 6ix9ine. I'm not sure. 6ix9ine is seeming like he still wants that street respect. Obviously, he can't get the street respect, right? But for some reason, 6ix9ine head, he seems like he's still trying to uphold some street integrity, street ethics. I'm a little bit confused at this point. This is a different day and time. This is a different day and time in society. All right, with the snitching and everything. It's a different day and time. So 6ix9ine was arrested for not appearing in court. Now, hopefully 6ix9ine doesn't snitch on them guys. That would be very honorable if he didn't snitch on those gentlemen that beat him down in the LA Fitness. That would be honorable, honestly. You know what I mean? But nonetheless, man, yeah, and shout out to those gentlemen. Now, I want to shout out to Travis Scott. Travis Scott, Utopia, Billboard, 200. He's #1 on the Billboard with 496 units the first week. All right. Also, what is it? 330.68 million on demand streams and 252,000 pure sales. Travis Scott is well received, man. I think Travis Scott is probably one of the biggest artists right now, the biggest artist behind guys like Kanye West. Travis Scott, I believe he's gonna garners the same attention. Not so much Kanye West, but he's reminiscent of Kanye West, and they do work together. All right, so I want to give a shout out to Travis Scott and Utopia. I haven't had a chance to even listen to Utopia. You know what I mean? I'm definitely gonna take the time out to go listen to that project. You know what I mean? But I'm a little bit skeptical about Travis Scott. Like I told you before, with all the satanic imagery and Masonic imagery on stage. Shout out to Travis Scott, though. He just performed in Rome, in which I seen that he brought out Kanye West. That was dope. That was dope. You know what I mean? It's always a pleasure to see Kanye West perform. And I don't know about you guys, but I love to see Kanye West when he's wearing that black mask. I love when Kanye West wears the black mask. Kanye West is in the future, bro. All right? There's a true entertainer, true performer. And there's a lot of meaning into what he does, into the little details. He has meaning behind it. He's an artist. So shout out to him. And that was a big performance, man. Travis Scott looks like he's going for the biggest performances. Travis Scott is running for the I don't know if there's a contest out there, but Travis Scott is going for one of the best performers award. All right? Because what he did in Rome, that was dope. Now he wants to perform in Egypt. I don't know about the Egypt, the authorities, whoever over there in Egypt. We spoke about this before. I forgot the name of what party that handles that. But at the same time, it's confusing right now. They shut it down. They don't want Travis Scott performing by the pyramids. But Travis Scott is saying that the performance is still going down. So I'm still in the dark about this. I don't know if Travis Scott is going to be performing in front of the pyramids. But if Travis Scott performs, I'm kind of scared to see Travis Scott perform in front of the pyramids, because to me, Travis Scott is not responsible. All right. When Travis Scott did that whole thing with the satanic imagery and the fire on stage, and everybody was saying that it felt like hell, I felt that was irresponsible of Travis Scott. So now you're going to have Travis Scott performing in Egypt, one of the holy lands, all right, in front of the great pyramids, the significance and how sacred the pyramids are. Does Travis Scott even respect the pyramids to be doing that? That's my concern. Some of these guys, I feel like they don't have no regard for Black history in reference to the pyramids. He's going for the shock value, but what are you doing there to preserve the culture? The culture that preserves the pyramids, the culture that the pyramids come from. What does Travis Scott do to preserve that? I don't think Travis Scott should just go over there and perform the pyramids and just do it just for monetization, right? It looks great. You stand in front of the holy pyramids. That looks awesome, right? For shock value. But what is that doing that in reference to people and their perception of the pyramids? Oh, you could just pay to perform in front of the pyramids. Anybody can perform in front of the pyramids. It doesn't matter what your philosophies are. It doesn't matter who you are. You don't have to be a holy person. You don't have to have integrity to perform in front of the pyramids. That's what it seems like. That's what it could seem like at times, all right? Like I said, shout out to Travis Scott. Travis Scott is one of the most innovative artists right now. If you guys get a chance to listen to Travis Scott, listen to Travis Scott's music. All right, he's one of the most innovative artists to date. All right, very, very creative and responsible for a lot of the curation of our culture. All right, nonetheless, shout out to Travis Scott. That part. All right. Once again, I want to reset the room. This is L.O.T.S approved. Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 49, and this is the countdown to episode number 50. Listen, clap. Clap it up for us, man. Shout out to everybody in attendance. You guys, make sure you guys are hitting that like button. We call that wiping your feet on the rug. All right, make sure you guys are subscribing to the YouTube channel. Don't forget, I got a backup YouTube channel called Don't Shoot the Mess. Just subscribe to that channel too. That part. Make sure you guys are hitting the notification bell. You guys need to turn on your notification bells. All right, you guys see sometimes go on at different times. Hit your notification bell. That'll notify you every time that I go on. All right. Also, I need you guys to make sure that you guys are hitting the like button. All right. Like I said, don't be ninja watching, don't be no pocket watching, definitely don't be no peeping time. Y'all know what they do to peeping times. All right. I want to give a shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to Tosh in the building. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that was in attendance. Shout out to D. Shout out to Ben Burning, Planet Goddammit. Shout out to Ruger. Yo. Shout out to Pierre. Yo. You know what I mean? Shout out to Paul Bizzle. That part. All right, you guys, we about to bring this to an end. What time we got here? All right. All righty then. So wait up. It's 8:29. Let me see here, man. Check this out, man. I want you guys to make sure you guys enjoy your weekend. I want you guys to be safe for the weekend. You know what I mean? Memorial weekend is coming up. You know, like I said, make sure you guys are following me on Instagram too. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. Make sure you guys are following me on Facebook. All my handles is the same. L.O.T.S approved. Don't shoot. I got one. Don't Shoot the Messenger. Make sure you guys are following my Instagram page. Don't Shoot the Messenger also. All right. And once again, this is a very eventful weekend. Eventful week. Shout out to everybody that took place. Everyone that was involved. One more time, that was involved in that river brawl. All right. Riverboat brawl. Shout out to everybody. You know what I mean? Black people, we redeemed ourselves. I love to see black people fight together for the right cause. I love to see that. And that's what I got a chance to see. All right. I'm very disappointed in the security guard, nonetheless, to be the size that he was. And he couldn't even knock one nigga out. You could have knocked out at least one nigga. Listen, the rule to getting jumped. The rule to getting jumped is make sure you knock out one nigga. Make sure you punch up one nigga. Make sure you handle one nigga. I don't care if you're getting jumped by 50, 20, 10, 3 people. Catch that one person. That's how you redeem yourself. Catch the one person. If you catch one, if you get jumped by 3 and you beat up one of them, you redeemed yourself. Because they were supposed to, 3 of them were supposed to demolish you. Hypothetically, you're supposed to get demolished, right? So I'm disappointed in that security guard, brother. Go take you some combat. You made us look bad, brother. And we had to come back in your defense. Shout out to everybody, but black people, we redeemed ourselves and we stood together. And that was a very, very, very beautiful sight. I love to see what I saw. All right, brother swimming across the water to save his brother. Right on, brother. Sisters coming out the cut just to save their man. Right on, sister. brothers taking their ass, instead of sitting down, sitting lazy ass on a chair, how about the black man decided to not be lazy? They said, you got to get up, get out, and get something. So the man got up, picked up the chair, and hit something. That part. Shout out to that brother, man. And free that brother. What's his name again, Taj? What's the man's name? Ray something. Shout out to Ray. Reggie Ray. Shout out to Reggie Ray with the 2 first names. He has 2 first names for a last name. His first name's a last name, and his last name, Reggie Ray. Those are 2. He has 2 first names. His last name's a first name. So shout out to that brother. Shout out to everybody involved in that brawl. I'm seriously, on the behalf of L.O.T.S Approved Media, Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, on behalf of just L.O.T.S Approved, that was honorable. I appreciate all my people, man. And let's stick together. And nonetheless, let's see. And when we guys, if they do start a GoFundMe for these people that was involved, for the parties that got arrested, let's go ahead and let's donate to these GoFundMes too and help these brothers out. You know what I mean? But it seems like it's not that big of a charge. Disorderly conduct, something. I'm pretty sure. I don't think nobody was severely hurt. I seen the picture of the white woman that had the white woman with the nose, with the Pinocchio nose. I seen that. I got wind of that. If you guys, like Tosh said, go to Tosh's page if you guys want to see the whole video. Tosh got the whole video on her page. All right, you guys. Once again, this is L.O.T.S Approved Media. Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 49. All right, and this is the countdown to episode number 50. I want everybody in attendance for episode number 50. We're gonna celebrate for that episode, that part. And give me 1 second here. Hold up 1 second, B. I want to do something here. We got to get it. Let's get a nice outro. This is a nice outro. Hold up, champ. We out the building. Make sure you guys stay safe for the weekend, all right? Stay safe for the weekend. And God permits, God willing, I'll see you guys next Friday. All right? It's been a pleasure. It's always a pleasure with you guys. And I'm out the building.